Well, clearly the best thing that we did was when we hired an executive director, and we happened to really luck out, or as many of us have decided over the years, made the best decision we could possibly have made, because somehow or the other Nancy could generate ideas about what a community foundation could do.
Everybody liked Nancy right from the start and immediately understood her energy and her obvious intellect. What I remember from those early days is she just absolutely devoted herself to her new passion.
Nancy has created an environment in which you can talk about other ideas and new ways of doing things.
She has the ability to be both aspirational, and I'm not sure what the other part of that is, pragmatic, something practical, get things done. Because I always thought aspiration stood in the way of really getting the day-to-day stuff done. And she has shown me, and this is particularly true of the $100 million, because I remember, I don't know how long ago, but I think I was chair, that we said, hey, let's get to $100 million. And people, particularly Nancy, was enthusiastic about that, and I thought, oh, come on, please. But it led us, you know, and then she took the steps that were necessary to get there.
I always appreciate the human side of the person, and the person who's willing to express the human side of themselves. And certainly when you can inculcate that in your work and in the organization, sometimes that's a major accomplishment. Most times it is, quite frankly, but Nancy did that with poise. She's just a good, genuine person.
We met over 2 decades ago, and we were part of a team of folks who were going around the motels on Route 1, the infamous motels on Route 1, distributing food to homeless folks.
When I took my job here, I actually had a lunch with Nancy and said, well, what does it mean to run an arts organization? And she was great. I mean, Nancy and her brilliant way. She became an immediate advisor.
The thing about Nancy is that I really love is that you might come to her with something you're doing and you might feel a little tentative about it, and she validates it. And then she validates it, and then she gives you food for thought to take it to the next level. And I think that's really a great thing about her.
She's a perfect social venture capitalist. She has that gene that is very rare, that helps grow things and helps grow people.
I've met with Nancy so many different times. she's kind of been my big sister, and she's coached me. She was always motivating, and if anything, I wanted to work all the harder here because I didn't want to let her down or let her colleagues down that were really helping me through those years where we were building.
At a time when this organization was really transitioning from being a home for unwed mothers to really focusing on just fatherhood, Nancy was the person that I called to say, can I talk to you? I need to find out, is this a good move for us? What are your suggestions? She never hesitated. She set up an appointment, she had me come and meet with her, and really supported me in that whole decision-making process, encouraged me to talk with others, to see, you know, what else was going on in the field. Just really, I found it invaluable.
She's a class act. She's been a great model, a role model for me, and how to become an effective force of change.
We have worked together very well. I don't really have an ego particularly, and Nancy is very, very laid back as far as pushing her ideas on people. And so I feel like it's sort of a kindred spirit.
I totally love Nancy. I mean, the way she handles herself, you know, kind of humble leadership, but strong. You know, I hope that I emulate in some aspect.
Nancy knew people in both high places and not so high places, but with Nancy, they were all received the benefit of her love and support, and that I love Nancy for that.
People on the street may not know who Nancy Kieling is. There are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people whose lives have been made better because of the work that Nancy has done. That's an awful lot to be proud of.